What's going on, YouTube? I got a special biker video for you. Had a good close friend pull up, and then we go interview him about his bike and talk to him a little bit.
What's going on, YouTube world? How you doing?
How's everything going with you today, sir?
Doing all right. Beautiful day. Good day to ride.
Always.
Yes, sir.
Always.
Yes, sir.
Want to ask you a couple things about your bike and maybe your lifestyle if you got a second.
Yes, sir.
Cool. What's your name and what do you ride?
I go by Be Real in the set world. This is a 2004 883 Sportster. Would be considered a custom, but I've changed it up a lot from the custom look, as you can see if you're familiar with the line. But this is my baby.
Okay, we'll talk about it in a little bit. How long have you been riding?
I've been riding since probably the first time I got on two wheels on a dirt bike. I'd say it was around my senior year of high school, and then that's where I got the plug. And I started buying POSs off of random places here and there. My freshman year of college, and then around probably my sophomore year, junior year of college, I got my first, I consider, real bike, an R6, 50th anniversary, and it was a wrap after that. So I'd say basically took a little bit of a hiatus, but I've got at least 8 to 9 years under my belt.
Nice. Nice. What do you call your bike?
Funny thing about that is she doesn't have a name. She has a gender, but not a name.
I like it.
I've been good in the past at naming fellow other friends' bikes and giving them good names, but for some reason, when it comes to my own, I've just never been good at it. So I refer to her as my girl or my bitch or my mistress.
Okay.
Most of the time, the mistress.
What have you done to it? You want to step off of it? We'll take a walk around.
Yes, sir. So if you haven't noticed from the video, I ride one hand, disabled. Wasn't always like that.
Props for that, first of all.
Thank you.
Continue.
But going on 8 years now. Lost my arm, ripped 2 nerves out of my spine, and it's left my left hand paralyzed and arm. So, because I'm stubborn or resilient, however you want to be,
True
glass half
biker.
full or glass half empty, I refuse to go to a trike. So, in order to do that, I started at the front. I went from a 21-inch spoke to this magnesium front wheel right here from what's it? Is it Performance machine Performance?
Was that for a performance aspect?
Asked then to get more tire contact patch, the 21, because I have a narrow glide front end.
Got you.
It's 39 millimeter forks, and because the way my bank account's set up, I had to fall on a budget, and this was the most cost-effective way. So I went with that. I went with a fork brace as well to give me better stabilization in the front. And then I also went with the Daytona steering stabilizer here as well, kind of tighten up my steering on the highway. Going from there, we can move to the top. Up here, this is an ISR front brake reservoir and button configuration.
What was the make again?
ISR. It's a
Okay.
company that's based over in Europe. I want to say the Netherlands, maybe. I probably got that wrong. I ordered it years ago. But basically, what I did was I had to convert my buttons. So this is horn, brights, left, right, emergency lights, cancel emergency lights.
Nice.
That's basically the setup. And then if you scroll over to this side, here's my start, stop over here. And then this is for when I add whatever accessory, whatever that comes around to it. And then moving down on the bike, I did a choke relocation from the left side of the bike to the right. So that's on top of the carburetor here. So it's easier for me to reach down, pull up for the choke. And,
What is that again? We had a plane in the background.
oh, I'm sorry. This is my choke.
Relocation.
Yeah, relocation, and it's on top of the carburetor, so it went from the left side of the bike to the right, so it's just a matter of convenience. Let's see, I did the switched everything out to LED. I got the dynamic custom dynamic turn signals with the boxes, so it does like the triple flash. And then these basically are daytime running lights, and they're like bright white, so you can see me. Moving down over here onto the primary side, which is really everything, is I have an EFM auto clutch down here, which basically what that does is it turns my bike into a semi-automatic. So basically I have to still shift each gear down here with my heel toe shifter, but I don't have to actually pull in the clutch. The clutch actually doesn't engage until RPMs are there. So basically, if somebody else wants to ride my bike, you can still use the clutch lever and shift gears, but it's not necessary. From there, on the performance side, it's basically stage one. It's been jetted. And we can move around over to this side so you can see I paid my Harley taxes. I've got my Vanson Hines short shots, which are a given for the Sportster because, you know, when you're around bigger bikes, you got to be as loud as possible. And then this is, I can't remember for the life of me right now, the name of the company that makes this air filters. Winder or something along the lines of that, forgive me. But it's a great performance. You hear, especially when you turn off the bike, you hear it still trying to suck the air. But yeah, she's tuned up and buttoned up, and man, she's a little 883, but I make her do what it do.
Why don't you turn her on for me so I can get a look at the headlights?
Yes, sir.
And then we'll do a cold start.
Oh, and speaking of turn her on, and this is a little custom key I made for it because you get bored in the winter when you can't ride.
Very nice bike, sir. Very nice bike. Anything else you want to say before we go?
One thing I did forget, these are 14-inch Burley bars, if anybody's wondering what size bars they are. Other than that, yeah, no. Get out and ride as much as possible. Focus on solutions, not the problem, because as you can see, no excuses.
Nice. Thank you, sir.